All right, guys, take a look at number 12. 12 says, which of the following curves has the shortest period? I can read, promise. Okay, so to do this, the first thing we want to talk about, and I think it's kind of important that we know this, is that y equals a sine b x minus c plus d. All right, and in this formula, a represents amplitude, b represents, well, this is how we find this is the horizontal stretch. Well, we use the word elongation, okay, and compression. And remember, we said it's the opposite effect with x. So if b is getting bigger, it's actually becoming compressed. So if b is greater than 1, it's being compressed. And if b is less than 1, it's becoming elongated horizontally, so that way. All right. C is a phase shift. And this is going left and right, or rather right and left. Remember, it's the opposite as well, so if C is negative, and this is kind of confusing, but if this says x minus C, then we're going to the right. And if it says x plus C, you're going to the left. And the last value is D, which is the vertical translation. And this is going up and down. And this is actually as your intuition would tell you. So plus D would mean I'm going up, and minus D would mean I'm going down. Okay? So we need these values. Also note that since we're in this particular question, they're asking about period. B represents the period, and that is going to be found using either 360 over B or 2 pi over B. All right? We commonly have been using 360 over B, but it can be 2 pi over B, and that's fine as well. And these would give us period. If you wanted to as well, since I'm doing all of this all at once, you can also note that if I wrote it as, I can also write these as 360 divided by B gives me the period, and 2 pi over, 360 over P gives me B, and 2 pi over P gives me B. In other words, if I wanted to, I can switch the order of these two, and that would be fine as well. Okay? So keep that in mind. So this is what this is the big formula. This is the thing that you really need to use to solve a lot of the problems from Unit 4. And knowing this now, if we look at the question, so let's look at question 12. Let's look at our value. So if we're looking for the shortest period, then you're actually looking based off, you're looking at the B value, and you're looking for, since we're looking for the shortest, you're looking actually for the one that is elongated. Okay, so you're looking for, you're looking for the B value that is the greatest. So, because you want the one that's compressed. So if I look here, I have 1 half, and in case you're curious, where I'm getting 1 from is in front of x, you have 1. You have 1 half, and we have 4/3, and then we have 3/4. So the largest B value is C, which would thus give me the shortest period. Okay? So if you want the shortest period, you're looking for the longest B value. If you want the longest period, then you would have been looking for the shortest B value. So let's say I change this question. Let's say I ask for the longest, the longest period. Well, the longest period would be the smallest B value. So 1 half, 4/3, 3/4. I think the smallest one, yep, is 1 half. 1 half is smaller than 3/4. Okay, so if the question had been reversed and said what's the longest period, it would have been 1 half. Our answer is C, as in Carolina. Yes, Carolina. All right, see you in the next video.